Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be looking at the Lenovo Ideapad L340 gaming laptop. But first, I just want to talk about the price changes. So I'm doing this particular video just because a lot of people are buying laptops right now, and it's pretty evident because of the sheer lack of laptops that are in the market right now, and how high their prices are going. So I was looking on or at least today, at this particular laptop. So this is the same laptop on Honey, and back before the coronavirus hit, which was about right here, it was getting sold for around $720, which is about $100 more than actually a little bit more than $100 more right now. And the reason for this is just because of the supply and demand. So many people are buying laptops right now just because they're such a good tool for being able to move around in your house, being able to move from one place to another, and be able to do your work. So in the first video, I talked about the lower tier ones. Now this one's the mid tier ones. If you want to go check out the lower tier ones, click the little card in the top. Those ones start at $350. So if this price range really isn't in your, in your budget, you can go check that one out. But this one is the Lenovo Ideapad L340 gaming laptop. It's 15.6 inches long as well. It's got a 1920 by 1080p display. It is also an IPS monitor, so you're going to be able to get pretty decent color accuracy on it. And then it's got a Core i5-9300H. This particular processor is a 4-core 8-thread processor. It's fairly fast. It's got pretty high boost clocks, but again, Intel processors really don't keep their boost clocks when they're on the mobile platform. It's just something weird. They have crazy high boosts on a single core, but it's not going to matter too much. It's just a decent processor. Now it only has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and this is the one caveat to this whole entire machine. This is the one thing that I wouldn't recommend it from. I hate Honey. Oh my god, the pop up. That it's only single channel. So the RAM stick that you're going to be putting in here is only single channel. Now that does hurt performance a little bit since you don't have as high as bandwidth to the CPU with your RAM, but it's not a huge thing with Intel processors. Intel processors really don't take that much of advantage or a performance hit from single channel memory. But the only thing is that if you want to upgrade, so if you want to be able to do other stuff with this machine and you want to have a lot of tabs open, or if you have a really highly intensive game to play, you're going to need a little bit more memory if you want to get the optimal performance out of your machine. So, it's going to be really hard for you to do that because instead of just having 16 gigs where you would just slot in another 8 gig stick, you have to take out this stick and then buy a whole another 16 gig stick, which is a lot more expensive than just buying another 8 gig stick. So that's the only thing about this laptop that I'm not a fan of, but I understand that's what they do to keep costs down for the specs that you're getting. So you're also getting a 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD. It's going to be fast for boots and bringing up other stuff. NVMe SSDs are always pretty fast. Now it also has an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650. This particular GPU is one of the better ones out there for the mobile. It is not the Max Q variant, so you're getting the full GTX 1650. It is on the lower end for NVIDIA's product lineup, but it's still going to be able to game pretty competently. You're going to be able to play your AAA titles as well. You're going to be able to play all your esports games pretty easily. It comes with standard Windows 10. It's black, and all the color schemes and stuff of it are down here. It's got a metal, it's not metal, sorry, it's got a plastic body. None of it's metal, at least I don't think. Yeah, I mean, it's just a pretty standard Lenovo laptop. I wouldn't really be embarrassed bringing this with me to school or to a meeting just because it's pretty discreet. You only have a blue backlit keyboard. I mean, and everything else is pretty, non-gamery. Just looks like a normal laptop. So yeah, if I were going to get a laptop, I'd probably get this one if, I were you, just because it's something that I would bring to school with me. Alright, so this next one is something that I definitely wouldn't bring to school with me. It is the Omen HP 17-inch gaming laptop. And this is the product key right there if you're looking for it. In this particular laptop, it's big, and it's got a lot of hardware in it. It's got a pretty good sized monitor. It's a 17-inch laptop. And this is more of a desktop replacement than an actual laptop. Like, I wouldn't bring this around with me to school. I wouldn't bring it with me to meetings. I wouldn't carry around my backpack because it's probably fairly heavy. But for those of you who want to be able just to kind of move your gaming setup from here to there in your house, this is probably a pretty good idea. Or if you want something to, you know, kind of take to LAN parties, I guess, if that's still a thing that people do. Now, it comes with a Intel Core i7-9750H. Really good processor, especially for video editing. You're going to be able to render stuff pretty fast, or even if you're not video editing, you can still do other tasks pretty easily with it. It's a 6-core, 12-thread CPU. So yeah, it's pretty good. As well as the graphics card you're going to be getting is a GeForce GTX 1660 Ti. This thing's going to be able to stream. If you want to get a mobile, you know, streaming station, this one's going to be able to stream as long as you have like an Ethernet jack that you're going to plug into. It has an RJ45 Ethernet port right there. So, you know, if you hook it up to your router, I'd definitely, you know, do that instead of using Wi-Fi to stream, because it's not going to have a fun time trying to do that. But yeah, you can definitely stream off of it. So before you stream off of it, I would definitely upgrade the RAM. 8 gigabytes is enough to play games, but not enough to stream while playing games. Playing games usually take around 6 gigabytes or 8 on the high end for some games to play, and then OBS recording and, you know, streaming that, it's going to take another 4 or 5 gigabytes of RAM in order to do that. So you're going to be pretty dependent on how much RAM you have in order to get decent quality out of your gaming and streaming. So yeah, I think this is a okay replacement for a desktop. If you don't want to have to, you know, have that kind of stuff going on, I just make sure the fans are pretty muffled and that you've got a condenser on your microphone so that, you know, you're not hearing the background noise of the fans running on this thing when you're gaming and streaming. But if you're not planning on streaming, it should have really good performance in every game that you really play. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you like the content, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing the high ends tomorrow, so you guys can subscribe, hit that notification button if you guys want to watch that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.